Podcast, episode 343. I'm Brando. I'm here with Ryan, and we're going to talk about the one ring that rules them all. Now, hit our theme song! Hey, Ryan. We're back for yet another whirlwind adventure. How you doing?
Good. What is going down?
Whole ton is going down. We got a really cool deck, a meme deck that even I'm excited to talk about.
Oh, baby.
We have some stories to tell, some people to thank. I want to pick your brain about a new product coming out that I didn't talk about yesterday on the pre-show.
Oh.
But before we get to any of that, we have to thank our official business daddies, FusionGamingOnline.com. They are your source for all your gaming needs.
Very much so. And you told me a story where you had to do the thing, right?
Yep.
You had to do the thing. You forgot a card and you sent them like a little note to vendor when you check out. Hey, can you add this 35-cent card to my order? But you already combined two orders because they're pretty good at doing the customer service thing to accommodate.
Yep.
And
the main card that I went to the site to order had an inventory error. It's like, damn it. So now I'm getting like all the bonus shit that I wanted and this 35-cent card that I ordered just so that I wasn't ordering one card.
When you went there, you used CCO Spring promo code.
Yes, that 35-cent card.
Wait a second.
5% off, baby.
When does this show come out? This show comes out
on Tuesday.
In December still. Yeah, the promo code's changing in the new year. It's going to be a frickin' new year, new us, same us.
Hang on a second.
But it's not changing yet, so get all the CCO Springs in that you can.
Hang on just a damn second.
I know we just talked about it.
So we use CCO Spring through the summer, fall, and winter. And then when spring comes back around again, we're going to change it? Is it going to be CCO Summer? I hope it's CCO Summer.
No, it's not.
Why can't it be?
Because it's going to be something else. It'll still be your easy-to-use CCO something promo code. Right now, Spring. CCO Spring, 5% off your whole order on anything in the store.
Stuff you're going to buy anyway.
You will buy it anyways.
Mm-hmm. Save some money, support the show. It's pretty dope.
Yep.
It's a good time.
Yep. And final orders before Christmas, CCO perks when you spend 100 Canadian dollars or more, $4 in the land of the free, $28,000 in Australia. They do ship worldwide, even to our listeners in Iraq.
Yeah.
Like I talked about last week, you can use CCO perks and get 10% of your money back in store credit,
which you can then use to buy more shit that you're gonna buy anyway.
Yes. Moving on, speaking of the 10%, you can get 10% off at geekwood.ca. Our affiliate code is here or down in the show notes, wherever you find the show and you use CCO Podcast coupon code, get 10% off.
Yep, I got my frog dice, which I again forgot to bring.
Oh, frick.
To show off. I suck. I was showing them off at EDH this week. Everybody thought they were really cool. 5-color mono white angel Aaron, also a Geekwood patron, went out and bought one of these really cool dice bags that looks like a sack.
It's like
loot
a sack. Yeah, but when you open it, it's got like compartments in it.
Really cool.
He's a connoisseur of dice, hey?
Yeah, man.
That guy's got everything.
He's got a cool dice tray. He's got like all of his dice are custom. None of those
which you can all get from Geekwood, by the way.
Yeah.
Custom dice trays, dice towers.
Yeah. Really cool.
All different kinds of like metal dice.
Pimp your game
dice.
outside the game.
Yeah, very much.
Hard.
So. Yeah. I've been talking to Geekwood a lot about some CCO stuff. If you're interested in maybe like resin dice that have middle fingers in them, that could be a thing that we try to arrange, or some like CCO branded product. You let us know on Twitter at CCO Podcast, at CCO Brando, if you like that. If you want to shoot us an email with ideas, we're always open to like, we want to know what people want. We don't want to just put stuff out there
here's a bunch of shit. You want it?
Yeah, we want to make stuff and say, here, this is what you asked for, nation. Of the CCO, that is.
Yes, or whoever else. I mean, if everybody wants in it, that's even better.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. I've been doing some exploration on CCO sleeves. Does anybody want to buy 500 decks worth of sleeves?
That's 500
hundreds.
That's lots.
It's lots.
50,000?
Nah.
Ish.
Yeah.
It's lots.
So if anybody's into that.
That'd be real tall.
Yeah, it's like a pallet. It doesn't stack that high. They got to palletize it. Yeah. So that's what's been going on. All of that's going to come in 2023. A lot of it, and you mentioned, you said the word patron.
Yeah, I did.
I said the word CCO Nation. A lot of that is going to be the result of the current Patreon sort of campaign we're on right now.
I guess we're pushing. We need to pay our editors a little more because they do a really good job. And you know that if you're watching on YouTube. Speaking of YouTube, we also want to get some stuff so we can set up a little, like a booth-ish thing kind of at my house so that we can do openings and some other things.
Yeah, Brando has a new box opener. And it's fantastic. And all of that is possible through patronage, through the support, through Patreon. And Fusion and Geekwood. All of that helps us do stuff. And the biggest thing for me right now, the two biggest things is paying the editors more. And we're thanking patrons every weekend or every week when we record. I mentioned this on the pre-show. I want to mention it again because this time of year in particular, Black Friday, holidays, travel, money gets tight. We have a lot of patrons who drop, but they always send us a nice message to say, love the content, I'm going to be back in the new year or whatever. And I want to say to those people, thank you for the support. And
we do appreciate it a lot.
And we know that not really anybody really drops because they start to hate Ryan and Brando one day. So even if you have to go for the holidays, we appreciate it. When you come back, that's when we'll pay our editors more. So Tyler and Joe, big thanks to them too. Yeah. Tyler just did a bang up job on Sidewalk Slam 6.
The 6th dimension.
And I had a really fun game.
I also actually had a pretty good game.
In the Discord, I always get lots of comments about how about this next time, or do this, try this, right? And even those little things help support the content.
I've been kicking my own ass for how I ended that game.
Oh yeah,
I could have got it.
You should have paid one more life. You could have got Aiden.
I could have paid no life and probably just won.
Really? Mm-hmm. I don't know what was in your hand. Hey, no spoilers either. We got to.
Because I fucking do.
I can tell. I can tell the comments on the video. People comment when you got out of hand. They're like, "Oh, that game got out of hand quick," or whatever. Oh, it looks like it's over for everybody except Brando. Yeah. And I'm just like licking my lips and wringing my hands. I'm like, just wait.
But there is a moment where everybody's like, "Oh."
Yeah, it's over. Even I was getting ready for the drink of shame because I thought I was going to get ganked. And then I ganked.
But check that out. It's a good time. It's a great video. And I remain undefeated at CCO Sidewalk Slam.
Oh, as of now.
6-0, baby.
6-0 in having fun and drinking beer with your friends.
Yes.
Oh, and man, I'm 100-0 at that.
Right? Do we really lose if that's what you're doing?
Oh, man. Hey, speaking of drinking beer with friends and not losing.
Holy shit, that's a segue there, yeah.
Face-to-face games, tour weekend Calgary. It's a little bit of a mouthful, but that's what it's called.
Good.
We're going to be there.
Yes, we are.
Oh, man, and it's going to be so fun.
It's going to be a good time. We love Calgary. We love meeting people from Calgary. Even if you are building decks in the backseat of your car on the way to the event kind of people, because I know you're there. I know you're out there, and I'm ready for you.
Yes. I have a vendetta against Toronto. Mostly because how expensive it is to travel there. Mm-hmm. But that expense has made me bitter and angry. Is this what it feels like?
Yeah.
I'm bitter and angry, and I want to defeat Toronto at all costs. Mm-hmm. And the last time we were in Calgary this summer for a face-to-face game,
we did it.
Face-to-face games event, we were there, and we set a record at that event for most games of Commander played at a face-to-face games event in one day. There was like 130 games of Commander, and then there was like 70 or 80 games of CEDH as well. Like the two different styles of Commander pods they have.
Yeah.
We set a record, and then I think Tour Weekend Toronto, like last weekend, had to have set the new record because it was a 3-day event. It took them 3 days to beat us.
Yeah.
But now we have 3 days.
That's right. So we'll just beat them again.
We'll just dink stomp Toronto into the dirt.
Like with a club.
I was going to stomp them with my dink.
Yeah.
I'm going to put a
that's
big
what I said.
Shoe or a winter boot on my dink. And then I'm going to put their dink on the table. And then I'm going to thwomp it. Can you imagine a big dink thwomping another dink?
I mean, yeah, I have an imagination.
Some people are into that, I guess.
Yeah, no kink shaming in the nation.
Yeah. So we're going to be there. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a great time. If you're going to be around, by all means, come check it out. We're gonna hang out. I'm going to try really hard to convince Ryan to go to a bar in Calgary for some pre-gaming before we go back because we're staying with his auntie again.
Yes.
So, like, we'll try and do some stuff around town based on where the event is. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll find the cool hip place where is close to the venue.
I'm going to try and talk his cousin into convincing him to go to the bar that I like also.
I want to go to Big T's Barbecue.
I would go there as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would go there.
Okay. Okay. Hey, I know you want to pick my brain, but we got two more podcast businesses things.
Yeah, let's hit them.
Okay, last week's giveaway winner for the booster pack game.
Okay.
Booster pack game.
Bless you.
Let them know how they win. I'm going to cough again away from the microphone.
Okay, booster pack game. If you watch the pre-show, comes out the day before the real show, and you guess the commander or take part in the conversation that we are having. It's kind of one way, but we love to hear your opinions on stuff.
Yep.
You get entered to win a booster pack from the pack of sacks that we crack, which smells like onions.
And brothers. I don't know what that means.
From the bro sack, or you can get a pack of... I said it, I'm not taking it back, and I'm not apologizing. There's also a CCO sticker pack or the ever-popular CCO token pack. Then afterwards, much like our winner this week, you will win. Then you send us an email at commandercookout@gmail.com. Let us know who you are, that you won, where you live, with your address and postal code /zip code, and we'll mail your stuff to you. And it's super cool. And if you play, you will, I promise, win.
Eventually. Yeah, everybody will win.
That's the truth. That's how you do it. It's simple. This guy.
I know. It's because the weather fluctuates.
Yeah.
It was minus 41 yesterday.
Minus 41.
And now it's minus 15 today.
Is
and
that
it's going to
cold?
be minus 6 tomorrow.
Is minus 41 cold enough that even our American friends?
Yes. The Celsius and Fahrenheit scale cross at minus 40. So minus 40 for us is the same as minus 40 for the land of the free.
Good. So now everybody understands how goddamn cold it was.
The difference is they don't get minus 40 in the land of the free very oft.
But they can picture how cold that would be. Like when we say, oh, it's plus 37 here. That's like, well, what the hell does that even mean?
Yes.
So they don't know what they
that's
have.
freeze your nuts to the railing cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when you go to open your door. Like if you have a metal doorknob, your hand will stick to it.
That's like ice burn. It's like when you touch something that's so cold that the moisture and water inside your skin cells turns into a solid.
Yeah.
It's not good.
No, it's terrible. It's really bad.
The winner of
Yes.
the booster pack game. Tano's the toy maker was the guess.
Yeah.
Was the deduction.
Neat deck too.
Craig Fernandez.
That's a neat. I'm not even going to make fun of that name. I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I kind of like that.
Craig
Now he's doing it.
Fernandez. Yeah. I thought I missed an N in there, and it was Fernandez. Fernandez, you send us an email. Let us know it's you. Let us know what you want. If you don't know what the tokens or stickers look like, commandercookout.com/store. It'll let you know everything. You let us know what you want.
That's what they look. They look cool.
Yeah. So Podomatic, they send me an email. Podomatic's our host client that broadcasts the show for everybody.
Onto wherever you're finding it right now.
Yep. And they send an email saying that they're canceling their website building client effective January 1st. I'm like, oh, that's not very much notice.
Oh, shit.
So I got this email. I forgot to tell you. I'm going to do it live on the show.
Okay.
So we one of the goals that we had, remember, is to rebuild the website and do all that stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's got to happen like in the next 3 weeks. Frick.
Of course it does.
Of course
it does.
So I forgot to mention that when I was saying thanks to the patrons, because that is going to directly lead to this new website. And it's going to be, I hope, better, easier. It's going to have WordPress integration. So maybe if you're a budding CCO National Light author, maybe you could do some writing for CCO, because that could be facilitated through the new website. That's super cool.
Yeah, neat.
I wanted to mention that for sure, because I know that We've got some actually really good writers in the nation.
We do.
Yeah.
Smart people.
Yeah.
Well, of course they're here.
7 out of 10 at smartness.
Well, yeah, 7 out of 10 it looks too, but like,
oh yeah,
here we are. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're only average in intelligence and looks.
Speaking of average intelligence, I've got some patrons. This is the last piece of business before we do the Decktech.
Okay. Oh no, there's more business because there's still a thing that we're going to talk about.
Oh, okay. Tanner Spalding. He's an increaser. This is Tanner's bald thing.
Tanner's bald thing. You may Google that if you wish. You will only find pictures of Tanner, and I'm not going to tell you what part of Tanner. So safe search on, ladies and gentlemen.
No such thing.
No
Take
such
it off.
thing?
I smash the safe search.
Do not be a coward.
Yes.
You smash the safe search like you smash the like button.
And Tanner smashes whatever he smashes with his bald thing. Welcome back. Thanks for the increase.
Yes.
That is. Another increase. David Axford.
David Assford.
Assforge.
Assforge.
Yeah, he's got such a tight ass that he puts like a coal in it and it turns into a diamond.
Yeah, he drinks some milk and eats some sand and shits out a garage pad.
Yes, I thought you were going to say shits out a cow. Whichever's funnier, I don't know. David Assforge, thank you. Returner, Geek Beardly. This is an alias, a screen name, if you will.
Geek. Normally we'd give somebody a thing, but I feel like we should do something with like weirdly, like Beak Weirdly.
How about Geese Weirdly?
Oh, yeah.
Geese Weirdly.
Geese is super weirdly.
I don't know what that means.
Well, Geese is an actual first name. See,
Geese?
The main villain from the Fatal Fury franchise.
His name is Geese.
Geese Howard.
Oh, that's like...
He's like the M. Bison of that particular franchise.
I was going to say Geese. Is that like multiple guys named Gee? Geese? You know what I think of when you go goose hunting?
I love killing geese. That's probably what you say. That's what I would think if I was a goose hunter.
You clip a bird, you don't all the way shoot it, you just clip it and it doesn't die right away.
I'd feel bad about that.
And you do this thing where you got to like wring its neck.
Oh.
You got to like take its neck and go ring. I feel like Geek Beardly is doing that to himself, like some part of his body.
Jesus.
He's given himself the geese neck ringer.
Okay.
Weirdly.
Who's next? Who's next on the docket, Ryan?
Donuts.
Donuts.
Those nuts?
Oh, no, we need somebody who we can call D's nuts. We'll have D's nuts and Doe's nuts. I like Doe's nuts.
Whoever D's nuts are, join our Patreon,
yes.
Please. Maybe it'll be his brother. We got some brothers in Naish.
We do.
Naish, and some fathers and sons.
Yeah.
And husbands and wives. We've got a couple of those.
We got all kinds of that stuff. That's fun.
Yeah. Do we have any sisters?
No.
No,
definitely not.
No, we don't got no CCO sisters.
No CCO.
That sounds dirty.
No CCO sisters. No.
Okay, last one. Jeff Hall. This is pseudo celebrity. Rest in peace, Scott Hall's brother, Jeff.
Or we could call him just Jeff.
Just Jeff. Yeah, we got a
Jeff.
couple Jeffs, and it's always just like,
Yeah, Jeff.
what is Jeff?
Yeah.
It reminds me of the peanut butter. Jif.
Jif. Just Jif.
Jif Jaff. Jif Jaff.
Jif Jaff. Jif Jaff. Yeah, I like that.
Jif Jaff.
Jif
Yeah,
Jaff.
he's like Riff Raff, but he's Jif Jaff.
Well, if you're Riff Raff, you are in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome aboard.
The Riff Raff of Magic Podcasting.
Yeah, and F you all for being here.
Very much so.
Say. Yes.
Yeah.
Now, real quick, let me hit you with this.
Sure.
Because I'm doing mental backflips about this, and I need clarity.
Okay.
And you deliver clarity more times than not. And if you're listening to this is Brando getting real hyped up.
This Clarity Cookout podcast.
And you have an opportunity to help like level me out a little bit on this one. Remember a couple years ago we had SWOL Remastered.
Yes.
The one of the few products that I was right about where I said we should be excited. This product's going to be great. And then it was.
Yep.
Really excited about. They're doing Dominaria Remastered next year. Now, when I first saw that, I'm thinking, well, it's just Dominaria United. Of all the things they could have picked, why would they pick Dominaria United? Later found out it's all the sets set on Dominaria.
Yeah, it's lots of different stuff.
So I've been thinking about that. Now, with the presence of the reserve list, that means the first set...
the presence of the reserve list? Whatever could you mean?
That means that the first set that they could start printing rares from
Yes.
is Mercadian Masks.
Yes.
So that means like alliances and beta and all that stuff. Those are all off the table except for Force of Will. Force of Will, the one money card.
Force of Will is an uncommon in alliances.
So they can reprint Force of Will, but not very many other old good things.
You can't say that.
Big, like super big money stuff that people are going to immediately hit on. And say,
like they're not going to print dual lands.
Exactly.
They're not going to print like Candelabra of Tawnos.
Precisely.
Okay, yeah.
But you're not going to get that.
No Guy's Cradles.
Exactly. So I've been thinking about it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Is Dominaria United not the first set on Dominaria that they could possibly print from? And then the next one is Brothers War? Isn't that all they have to draw from?
What?
Well, it's all the stuff that's set on Dominaria. And it's a 100% reprint set. So you have masks. And
Mask was on Marcadia, not on Dominaria.
Exactly. So you can't print stuff from masks.
Okay.
And you can't print stuff from Mirrodin.
But you got Invasion block in there.
Was Invasion after Ravnica?
Invasion,
or not Ravnica? Was Invasion after Masks?
Yes, it was the next block after Masks.
Okay,
so you've got Invasion block.
Okay, like what the question is what is printable in this that's set on Dominaria?
Well, okay, two things. You can print cards from all sets set on Dominaria.
Right.
But some are quenched by the reserve list.
Yes.
You can, for example, print Brainstorm because Brainstorm was an uncommon in Ice Age set on Dominaria.
Right.
And not on the reserve list.
Right.
Brainstorm also in Marcadian Masks, not set on Dominaria,
right.
but it was in Ice Age. You can print something like Lightning Bolt as your premier piece of removal.
Of course, but like... Are people going to buy a set based on it has Brainstorm and Lightning Bolt?
No, that doesn't sell. But does something like...
like Lake of the Dead. People be like, ooh,
Lake of the Dead is on the reserve list, I think.
I
right?
know.
Okay, so
that's the point.
You could get a Force of Will. You could get a Mana Drain. You can get any kind of Mana Rock that was printed early on in Magic's existence.
Sure.
I'm sure. Like, I don't think Mana Crypt is set on anywhere, so it could be from Dominaria.
Okay.
So there's a big money card. You could get Demonic Tutors. You could get all of the big money stuff that is in like double Masters packs. You could get all that kind of stuff. Okay. Vampiric Tutors, Idyllic Tutors, Mystical Tutors, that kind of stuff. You could get rares from Invasion block.
Okay.
Onslaught block.
Okay. So more Phyrexian stuff.
You could get more Phyrexian stuff. Yeah, I hope we get a reprint of Phyrexian Rage or New Art. That'd be pretty cool. That's a common, though. You could get, Dominaria. You could get anything from Time Spiral block.
Which they've
already done.
They did that already, so I nixed that.
But there might be some stuff in there that's good for the format that they're trying to build. Remember, Dominaria Remastered is going to be like draft boosters only because it's a booster product like Time Spiral Remastered.
Don't let that fool you, because Time Spiral was real good.
But that's the thing that you're saying. Is Dominaria going to be good? Because we don't have access to cards outside of Dominaria. Like, there's not going to be a Crater Hoof in it.
Nope.
Then that's a card. There's technically Doubling Season, which is a card that they put in these kinds of products frequently, and it's $87.
Yeah.
I don't think Doubling Season would be a card that they would count as being tied to somewhere because it's been in Battle Bond. It's been in Jumpstart. No, it's from Ravnica originally, but who's to say you can't have some new Doubling Season variant set with Dominaria influenced art and flavor text?
So do you think they're going to...
I think they're going to bend that rule. I think that they are.
So they're going to set the rule and then immediately break the rule. Because Mana Drain wasn't...
They're WotC.
Because it wasn't printed on Dominaria, was it?
It was in Legends, right? Legends was on Dominaria.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah.
So we got
Legends sometimes doesn't feel like it was on Dominaria because names and flavor texts were borrowed from like outside of Magic, and everybody thinks about like the Umezawa character.
Yeah.
That's like in Legends, but that was like retconned post Kamigawa story or whatever, and they went back and said, "Hey, this is the whole story," right? But that guy was on Dominaria. Nicol Bolas was on Dominaria like 20,000 years ago.
Okay.
Right? So you could get like Nicol Bolas cards. You could get, you could maybe get, and here's another rule break. You could maybe get the Nicol Bolas Planeswalker from Shards of Alara, but
Sure.
in Dominaria, because he was in Dominaria in the Time Spiral story. Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He took Rada's fucking spark. I'm so mad about that still. Could have had a Rada Planeswalker that I'd play in every deck because she's my waifu.
Yeah. Hashtag weeb stuff.
Yeah, big weeb for Rada. I can't help it. It's just okay. So all right, that actually does help.
Yeah,
that does. Because in my head, I'm thinking like all the sets. Like you go to Mercadia, we're not going to get anything from Max. Or
hey, and think of all the good commons and uncommons that you can get from Urza block. All Dominaria.
Yeah, lots of good stuff there.
Yeah.
Hypothetically speaking.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Speaking of hashtag weeb stuff, we got an
deck.
Urza deck.
Yes, we got an Urza deck.
Urza deck. We're gonna flop to the cards and then we're gonna get on with it.
And then we'll read the commander for the first time in the episode.
Okay, hold on. One more thing. I just thought of it.
Okay.
Onslaught block had fetch lands.
Duh,
There's a thing.
There it is.
And if Invasion, which I just said we're gonna get, if Invasion Limited or Invasion Block Limited had fetch lands, I maintain that it could be one of the best limited environments ever. And what we got in Invasion instead of that was ETB tapped lands at uncommon and comes into play tapped basics, I guess, at common that you could sacrifice for 2 other like sister colors, ally colors.
Yeah.
And those are fine, and those are great to be reprinted or whatever. We could get fetch lands.
Fetch lands again. That would
and the layer lands. Dromar's Catacombs or Dargaz's whatever from Plane Shift.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyways.
Right. Excellent. Okay, so let's do this. So we got Commander Urza, Chief Artificer, is a 4/5 human artificer for white, blue, black 3, affinity for artifact creatures. Artifact creatures you control have menace, and at the beginning of your end step, you create a 0/0 colorless construct artifact creature token with this creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact you control.
Construct.
Yes.
You make one each turn.
Yes.
All your shit gets menace.
Yes.
It needs to get blocked by 2 creatures or more.
Thank you.
Urza got affinity for artifact creatures. Remember that, people. I had a couple play mistakes when playing against Urza pilots who cast them, and I was like, wait, hold on, you can't cast them. It's affinity for artifact creatures. So make sure you remember that.
Yes.
That's today's life lesson.
Boom. Stamp.
So today's deck sent in by Callum Stonehouse, a.k.a. Callum like fucking 87 or something.
Callum 36, I believe.
Oh, yeah, 36, because, we do have 87, but this is number 36.
Correct.
Now, he sent in a big, long email.
Yes.
And the thing that caught my eye is he was talking about this could be an instant CCO classic.
Which I always say, oh, yeah, sure, bud.
But
sell me on it.
What the plan of the deck is to find a Soul Ring, turn it into a creature, and buff it up to be the biggest, meanest, dick poundiest Soul Ring in all the land.
Oh.
This is going to be SWOL RING.
So we play a Soul Ring?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Soul Ring.
Soul Ring.
That's the first custom category.
It's the SWOL Ring.
Now, I want to jump right to tutors because there's 9 of them.
Yes.
Because we got to find the Soul Ring.
Yes, and that, of course, that's important. We play Whir of Invention, Urza's Saga, that's a land that finds an artifact, Trinket Mage, Tezzeret the Seeker, which is very important, Fabricate, Diabolic Tutor, Demonic Tutor, Beseech the Queen, Arkham Dagson.
Ass cum dang son.
Yes. Arse cum dang son.
Why is Tezzeret important?
Is he not the one that turns your artifact into a 5/5?
Nope. We are playing that one.
We are playing that one too? Okay, good.
This one lets you -1 or -X to find an X drop artifact.
Okay.
And then he also, what does this one do? Draw a card? Untaps an artifact.
Untap 2 artifacts and -5 artifacts you control become 5/5s.
Oh, okay. So he could animate Soul Ring if he's buff, like if he's big Tezzeret.
Yeah.
Or he could give our SWOL Ring creature pseudo vigilance.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool.
We could tap it for mana and then untap it and attack with it. Yeah, you could do all the Soul Ring things.
Yes.
Like that. Lots.
Cool.
So we're tutoring 9 times.
Next up, card draw, card advantage. Because if you have enough of this, you will eventually draw your Soul Ring or find a tutor to tutor Soul Ring.
Correct. So we got a Vedelkin Archmage.
That's cast an artifact, draw a card.
That's a good one. SRAM Senior Artificer.
Whenever you cast an artifact or an equipment, aura, or vehicle, draw a card.
Platoon.
And SRAM, my fucking advisor.
Jeez. Platoon Dispenser.
Oh, this is new. Give this a read.
This is a cool card. So it's a 4/6 for 5 with Unearth white 2. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 2 or more other creatures, draw a card. White 3, create a 1/1 soldier artifact creature token.
So if we have this and 2 creatures, we just draw a card.
Yep.
Ooh.
That's pretty good.
At your end step, you don't even have to wait for this to live.
It's like giving yourself the Monarch, but nobody can take it from you.
Yeah.
Ryan Altar of the Week. Just get one of these, paint a little crown on it.
I have extended the borders on that card. Looks very good.
Mesa Enchantress.
Cast an enchantment, draw a card.
Lauren of the Third Path.
Enters the battlefield and destroy up to 1 target artifact or enchantment, and it's a 2/1 with vigilance. This is the improved Rexage, and it also does tap. You and target opponent each draw a card.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that's like way better Rexage, but you got to play white instead of green.
So it's way worse Rexage.
Oh, is that how that works?
That's how that works. Core Spirit Dancer.
Whenever you cast an aura, draw a card, and it gets +2 for each aura attached to it.
That probably doesn't come into play at all. Kayla's Music Box.
Here's a new one, direct from the same precon that this Urza comes from.
Ooh.
A 2-drop legendary artifact. You go white, tap, look at the top card of your library, then exile it face down. But we could look at it at any time. And then we could tap until end of turn. You may play cards that you exiled with Kayla's Music Box.
If you can look at it at any time, why do they make you look at it first? Like, what's the point? What is it? Remove the top card of your library from the game. You may look at it at any time. They could have saved a whole line of text.
Because it's face down. Sometimes in Magic's history, we have removed cards from the game face down.
We'll just take out the look at the top card of your library and then take out the brackets. Remove the top card of your library from the game. You may look at it at any time.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Why didn't it just say exile the top card of your library face down?
Yeah.
Oh, and then they would still have to say you can look at it at any time.
Yeah, like I don't know, whatever. That's
kind of a funny templating.
Armored Sky Hunter.
Jesus Christ, give that a read. That's too many text.
All right, it's white 3 for a 3/3 flyer. When it attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put an aura or equipment card from among them into play. If it's an equipment, put into play this way. You may attach it to a creature you control. Put the rest of those cards on the bottom of your library in a random order.
It's an equippy, drawy thingy.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes. Okay. I'm not sure what's happening. Okay. Oh, it's a cat with 2 swords riding a dinosaur, right?
Yes.
Man, that's cool.
Yes.
Oh, I want to be a cat with 2 swords riding a dinosaur.
Coming to stomp dinks with SWOL RING.
Oh my God. I can't believe I never mentioned this. Check this out. There's a local dude who just is an artist.
Yes.
And a couple of weeks ago, I said, I really want like a Brando ooze picture. Just got at me and said, hey, I'll draw you as Avi. And I'm like, holy shit, that's so fucking cool. So
that's cool.
Hopefully that'll come through whenever he has time. I'm excited to see that.
Okay. Rampant Rocks, because we can even go faster through this.
Mindstone, Fellwarstone, Ethereum Sculptor, Burnished Hearts, Dinkmouth Urn, and Arcane Signet.
Give Dinkmouth Urn a read. I know what it does, but I don't remember what it does.
This card is awesome. At the beginning of each player's pre-combat main phase, if Dinkmouth Urn is untapped, that player adds colorless for each artifact they control.
Ooh.
Play this in Muria, because I can tap it to turn it off.
Yes,
so it only benefits me.
We can animate it and then attack with it and then turn it off for our opponents.
That's right.
But when it untaps, we just get the mana from it.
That's right.
Yes.
That's pretty cool.
I played in a game one time where there was 2 of those.
Nobody was tapping them.
No.
Nope.
No, there was lots of mana happening.
Yep.
I was playing my Kalamack Spellslinger deck, and
shit.
I think I hit somebody with Expansion Explosion, like deal X, draw X, copied twice, X equals like 10. drew 30 cards, just handed out 30 points. You die, you go to 4, I'll hit you for fucking 18. You die. That's great.
All right, now we've got a Sol Ring. Sol Ring's pretty squishy.
Yes.
Let's talk about how we protect our squishy Sol Ring.
Yes.
Yep.
I have a squishy ring. It's not...
Moving along.
Yes.
Swiftfoot boots, we all know.
Yes.
Plate armor.
Plate armor for my squishy thing.
Sure.
Always wear your plate armor, kids.
Yeah.
Equipment, white 2. Equipped creature gets +3/+3 and has ward 1. And equip 3, this ability costs 1 less to cast for each equipment you control. So it could just be equipped free.
It could be equipped for free.
Hey, that's cool.
We have Hyena Umbra and Eel Umbra.
Those both give totem armor, which is like a shield counter. If it dies, it doesn't die.
Yeah, the enchantment dies instead.
Yes. And Hyena Umbra is +1 and first strike. And Eel Umbra is +1/+1 and flash. Ooh, that's good.
So you can insta-speed save your shit.
Yes.
Curator's Ward.
Curator's Ward. This is from Dominaria. Hey, you could see this get reprinted.
Ooh.
Enchant permanent for blue 2. And enchanted permanent has hexproof. When enchanted permanent leaves the battlefield, if it was historic, which it probably will be.
Because it's an artifact.
Yep. Draw 2 cards.
Neat.
So if our SWOL Ring does die, we can draw 2 cards.
Cradle of Safety.
Look at that, hey?
Sort of
I said this card was good, and nobody believed me.
Well, I don't know. We're playing it in a CCO deck, so I don't think that says anything in its favor.
Well, how else am I to judge the quality of cards then?
We have to see people outside of the nation playing it. That's how cards become good.
I don't want to see people outside of the nation.
In the nation, we make bad cards fine.
Make bad cards fine. I'm going to get a hat.
That's what we do here.
Oh, man. Okay. Cradle of Safety. Enchantment Aura, blue 1, flash. Hello. Enchant creature you control. When Cradle of Safety enters the battlefield, enchanted creature gains hexproof until end of turn. That's it.
Yeah.
Wait, well, enchanted creature also gets +1/+1.
I don't know, man.
It's got flash, and it gives you an enchanter's trigger, and it protects your guy.
I don't know, man. Diplomatic immunity?
Not flash.
Better.
But is it, though? It doesn't have flash, and if I want to protect a guy, it's probably because he's going to get Path to Exiled or targeted one time, and I'm just going to give him hexproof, and that thing's going to fizzle. And I'm going to get an enchanter's trigger at flash speed.
Yes.
This card's good.
It's not bad.
Yeah, cute picture.
I wouldn't go so far as saying it's good.
Yeah.
So there's obviously going to be some equipments. We've talked about equipments.
Yep.
We've talked about equipping.
Yes.
Let's talk about some equippers.
Equippers.
Because there are creatures that are equippers, starting with Pure Steel Paladin.
If you got Metalcraft, which you will, equip for free. And equipment enters battlefield, draw a card.
Just throw that line away.
Oh, yeah, throwaway line of text there.
Here's a fucking house. Hammer of Nazan.
Yeah, one of the most expensive cards in the deck at 21 smackaroos.
Tell them why.
When Hammer of Nazan or another equipment, just like any frickin' one you play, enters the battlefield, you may attach that equipment to target creature you control. Also, equipped creature gets +2 and has indestructible.
It's pretty good.
Yes, that is a good piece of equipment. 8 mana, though, like 4 to cast, 4 to equip, after we've had to already animate our SWOL Ring.
Although Hammer of Nazan does equip itself for free.
Oh, yeah.
So it's only if your indestructible thing gets killed that you have to pay that for.
Yes.
Worth it.
Yes, that's why we play Cradle of Safety, because if they Path to Exile it, I can go, meh.
I'm so excited to say Ass Squire.
Ass Squire is a mere artifact creature, 1/3 for 3. I thought he costed 2.
Doesn't, though.
3.
Yeah.
And you tap him to attach an equipment you control to target creature you also control.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, he's a cute little guy too, hey?
Kind of, yeah. So his eyes on the side of his head. He looks very earnest. I like
Yes.
that. Arden Intrepid Archaeologist.
This is actually a good card. And Arden decks are good.
Okay.
I just said that, yeah. He's a core scout, 2/2 for white 2. At the beginning of combat on your turn, you may attach another aura, any number of auras. There it is.
There it is.
And equipment you control to target permanent you control or player.
Equipment you control to target permanent or player.
Because you can attach like an aura to a player, like if it's a curse.
You could also attach equipments to
SWOL Ring.
To other things.
Yes.
Huh.
That's like, I'm going to put Swiftfoot boots on this, and then I'm going to move to combat, and I'm tapped out, but Arden will trigger, and I can move my Swiftfoot boots for free.
It's pretty good.
Yes.
All right. So we're equipping.
And hold on a second. You said that Brass Squire looks earnest.
Earnest.
Can we just take 1 second and acknowledge that Violent Night, the Christmas movie, just launched?
Yeah, we can. I want to see it tonight.
And
damn right I am.
That is such a fantastic play on words. I want an adult, not slasher flick version, but I want an adultized version for all the kids who watched Ernest P. Worrell when they were little, played by fucking John Cena. I want that. I want that so hard. Because they are the same person. In my mind, they look the same.
Ernest and John Cena.
You can't unsee it. If you don't want to see it, if you don't want that connection, don't Google it.
Okay.
And this is a real public service announcement. If you don't want those two people to be the same people in your mind forever, don't Google it.
Okay. All right. Where should we go next? There's lots of stuff. Let's say our SWOL Ring eats shit. What if somebody kills our SWOL Ring, Ryan?
We got to get her back.
He's so swole. We got to get his ass back into place so that we can keep beating with him. We have Unholy Indenture.
Unholy Indenture. This guy's going to become an apprentice of the unholiest of natures. Okay, when a creature dies, enchanted creature dies, return this card to the battlefield under your control with a +1/+1 counter on it.
So it would come back as a SWOL Ring with a +1/+1 counter on it? Yeah.
What the hell? Enchant creature. So let's say I enchant the SWOL Ring because it's a creature.
Mm-hmm.
When enchanted creature dies, return that card to the battlefield. That card under your... So you just get it back.
Yeah.
With 2 +1s on it.
One. Just one.
With a +1 on it. Yeah. Okay, so you just get it back.
Yeah,
okay.
+1/+1 SWOL Ring. I like that. Tezzeret, Master of the Bridge.
This guy, we played him last week, didn't we? Got Affinity for artifacts, and you can +2 them to
X each opponent, where X is the number of artifacts you control, and you gain X life.
That's such a good +2. Hey, holy Christ!
That's why he costs fucking $6
and $24.
Yeah. -3, you can get an artifact from your graveyard back to your hand.
Oh, there it is.
And 8, you exile the top 10 cards of your library. Put all artifact cards from among them into play.
Oh, pretty good.
I'm assuming you play him for the 2 and the 3.
And Tezzeret doesn't cost 6; he costs 2.
Oh yeah, right.
Because he's got affinity for artifacts.
Of course. How about Silas Wren, Seeker Adept?
When he deals combat damage to a player, choose target artifact card from your graveyard. You may cast it this turn.
So you hit somebody with your 2/2 with Death Touch and play your SWOL Ring again. Refurbish.
Get a SWOL Ring to the battlefield.
Minions return.
When it's an enchant creature, when enchanted creature dies, return it to the battlefield under your control.
It's Unholy Indenture minus the -1 counter, but plus flash.
Yeah, it got flash. Yeah, flash good.
Demonic Vigor.
Same thing, but to your hand.
Dance of the Manse.
Same thing, but sorcery and X-ish. People touted that card in Eldraine and said, this card is like the best card in the set. I'm like,
I don't know. Wasn't Oko in that set?
Oh, he's a pretty good card.
Yeah.
Wasn't Great Henge in that set? That's a pretty good card. That's a good-ass card.
I wouldn't even say it's good. I would say that it's fair and balanced. That's what I would say.
But you gain 2 life.
I know. That's what makes it fair and balanced.
Oh.
If you didn't gain the life, that card would be terrible. It costs like 10.
That card costs like 2. And you get that 2 mana back immediately.
Once again, equal.
Oh.
2 for 2, equal.
Yes.
Okay? Don't even get me started.
Don't let anybody tell you that card is too dang powerful.
Dance of the Manse is blue-white X. Return up to X target artifact and or non-aura enchantment cards with the converted mana cost X or less from your graveyard to play. If X is 6 or more, those permanents become 4/4 creatures.
Oh, so we spend 8 and our SWOL Ring comes back as a 4/4, and then we can like auto-equip it with like Nazan Hammer and stuff.
Yeah, so your Hammer and Nazan also comes back because somebody meltdowned your SWOL Ring. Can you imagine getting meltdowned?
Oh, yeah, that is uncommon from Urza Saga that could get reprinted in Dominaria Remastered. And I think that it's been previewed to be reprinted.
Neat. I mean, that's a good card to be printed now.
I'm calling that one. I think people play it in Legacy. I'm calling that one to get reprinted.
Probably should. So Dance of the Manse, good card.
Yeah.
There's a token sub-theme. We'll hit those quick. We have Wand of Orcus.
I have no idea what that does.
Whenever a equipped creature attacks or blocks, it and zombies you control gain Death Touch. Whenever a equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you get that many 2/2 zombies.
Okay.
Thopter Spy Network is at the beginning of your upkeep. You get a 1/1 colorless flying Thop. And then whenever one or more artifact creatures you control deal damage to a player, draw a card. We're drawing lots of cards in this deck.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Helm of the Host, we all know that one.
Yeah, attack, you get more attackers for attacking and attack.
At the beginning of combat, you just get one.
Oh,
At the beginning of combat, you just get a SWOL Ring.
Hey, that's pretty good.
It's not too bad.
With haste?
And Hallowed Haunting is an enchantment for white 2. As long as you have 7 or more enchantments, creatures you control have flying and vigilance. Whenever you cast an enchantment spell, create a white spirit creature token with this creature's power and toughness, or each equal to the number of spirits you control.
I was going to put that in my Enchantress deck because I've got some creature beats backup win con. But the main win con is like hurricaning everybody for 40, and I just have more life. And I'm like, wait a second. If my creatures have flying because of Hallowed Haunting,
I'll just eat shit.
I'll just kill them all. Kill my own guys. Oh, okay.
Of note, this deck has 104 cards. Personally, I'd cut this one.
Oh, yeah?
I'd cut,
especially if you're going to hurricane.
I'd focus more on the artifact thing so that our backup win condition that just is our commander is a little bit better.
Okay.
I wouldn't cut it up with this enchantment.
And Callum 50 told us that there's 104, and he asked us for cuts, potential cuts. I would cut this whole section. There's 4 cards in it.
Just cut the whole thing. No, I'd keep Helm of the Host.
Oh, yeah, Helm of the Host.
Helm of the Host is really good.
And it auto-equips. Like, it can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. So what else do we have? We have buff beats.
Evasive maneuvers.
Evasive maneuvers.
These are things that are going to let our SWOL Ring slip in, if you will.
Be extra swole.
Yes.
Vow of Flight.
+2/+2, flying, and can't attack us or a planeswalker we control. Mm-hmm. That's good if, like, for removal, if somebody's got, like, a Blightsteel, then it won't come our way.
That's right.
That's great. But it also gives our SWOL Ring flying.
And +2/+2.
Sure.
Steel Seraph.
Hey, new. This has got prototype, so you can cast it for 6, and it's a 5/4, or you can cast it for white 1, and it's a 3/3. It got flying, and at the beginning of your combat on your turn, target creature you control gains your choice of flying, vig, lifelink until end of turn.
Pretty good.
Yes, flying, so SWOL Ring can attack.
Rousing Reed.
Hey, enchant creature when rousing read. This is a good book. I'm going to gain flying. No, it's draw 2 cards.
Yes.
Draw 2 cards and discard a card. It does give flying.
And then enchanted creature gets +1/+1 and has flying. I don't understand what the hell that's all about.
Maybe you learn how to fly because it's like an interesting book. This book makes me so hard. I'm going to fly. This book makes me so high. I don't know.
One with the wind.
+2 and flying.
And Aether Tunnel.
+1 and can't be blocked. Yeah. Which is different than having unblockable.
Yes.
Okay, so that's how we get in. We haven't really talked about how do we buff beat our guy and our animators.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about how SWOL Ring is going to become a dude, but we'll get to that in a minute. All right, we haven't talked about it yet. How do we turn our SWOL Ring into something that can, in fact, become SWOL?
Yes, and I mean, we had a couple, but this is how we do it en masse.
Yeah, all right, we're going to start with another Urza, this time Prince of Krug.
Urza of the Prince of Krug variety. Artifact creatures you control get +2/+2.
SWOL.
So that's good already. He's a 4-drop, 2/3, human artificer, 6 mana. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact you control, except it's a 1/1 soldier creature token in addition to its other types.
That's neat.
So we use our SWOL Ring to make our SWOL Ring into a bigger SWOL Ring.
Yeah, I heard you like big SWOL Rings, so I got a SWOL Ring.
I heard you need a big ring to conk people on the head with.
Tezzeret, Agent of Bowl Ass.
Oh, man.
It's another planeswalker.
Why is the text so small and low contrast? I can't read it on my computer screen. I can't believe I'm getting you to read something. Here, let's see. I'm going to pull it up here. Frick, that doesn't help.
Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. That's +1. -1, target artifact you control becomes an artifact creature that's a 5/5.
There it is.
-5, target player loses X life and you gain X life, where X is twice the number of artifacts you control. So it can also kill somebody.
Don't care. We're making our Soul Ring into a 5/5 because that's a really good base to build a big creature on.
To beat the shit out of somebody with.
Yes.
Tezzeret's Bad Touch.
Tezzeret's... Oh, it's like, what are you talking about?
I added a word.
Tezzeret's Bad Touch is an aura for black, blue, 1. We've never played this, have we? Enchanted artifact is a creature with base power and toughness 5/5. If enchanted artifact is put into the graveyard, return that card to its owner's hand.
It's a good one.
That is a good one.
Sidri Galvanic Genius.
Oh, yeah. This is a 2/2 human artificer for Esper colors. You can pay blue. Target non-creature artifact becomes an artifact creature power and toughness equal to mana until end of turn.
So 1/1.
Yeah. And you can also go black, white, target artifact creature you control gains death touch and lifelink until end of turn.
Neat. Skilled Animator.
Skilled Animator. I'm going to guess that it enters the battlefield. Target artifact you control becomes a 5/5 until it leaves the battlefield.
Cool.
Yep.
Rise and Shine.
Ooh, target artifact you control becomes a 0/0. Put 4 +1/+1 counters on it. Or you can overload it for blue 4, and then all your artifacts become 4/4s.
Aiden used this to turn all of his treasures into dudes and then kill people with it.
Treasures and clues and foods and bloods.
Yes.
They all became 4/4s.
Mightstone's Animation.
This is a 4-drop aura for enchant artifact. Enters battlefield, draw a card, so that's good already. Creature with base power and toughness 4/4 in addition to its other types. It becomes your artifact.
Animating Fairy.
Animating Fairy. It's a 2/2 flyer for 3, but you can cast it for its adventure. This is a Throne of Eldraine card. Target non-creature artifact you control becomes a 0/0 artifact, and then you put 4 +1/+1 counters on it.
She's the asshole ghost that brought Pinocchio to life.
In what world is Pinocchio a 4/4? That's what I want to know.
He did get eaten by a whale and survive. Like, that's...
Human soldiers are 1/1s. Pinocchio's a 4/4?
Yeah. Well,
what's he going to do? Tell a lie, like a really fast lie so his nose grows fast enough to stab you?
Yeah.
How come he doesn't got first strike?
Well, because he's got to get real close to trick you with his nose.
Not if he tells like 100 lies in a row.
But then you'd see him coming. Like, he'd have to tell so many lies so quickly that like, you could see the nose coming.
The nose with a soul ring around it? I don't want to know what that looks like.
No, I don't really either. So buff beats is our last section. So we've got a Sol Ring. It's probably a 5/5, maybe a 7/7, what with all the enchantment and equipment that we have so far.
Maybe it's a 4/4.
It could be.
Maybe it's got the Pinocchio curse.
The Pinocchio nose? It doesn't matter. Buff beats. Scavenged Brawler is our first card.
Scavenged Brawler. 6-drop flying, vigilance, trample, lifelink. Ooh, 4/4. Yeah. You pay 5, exile Scavenged Brawler from your graveyard. Choose target creature. Put 4 +1 counters, a flying counter, a vigilance counter, a trample counter, a lifelink counter on that creature. Activate only as a sorcery.
So your 5/5 Sol Ring is now a 9/9 Sol Ring.
That is going to beat wholesale ass.
Sage's Reverie. I like this one.
Enchanted creature enters when Sage's Reverie enchants a creature, enters the battlefield, draw a card for each aura you control that's attached to a creature. Okay? Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each aura you control that's attached to a creature. It's probably lots.
Yeah. Nettle Cyst.
Nettle Cyst. Living weapon. So it ETBs and makes a germ and auto-equips to the germ. Mm-hmm. Sure. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact and enchantment you control.
Neat.
Yes.
Lying Sash.
Line Sash. Let's go do some lines. Equipment Cat. 1/1 for 2. Exile target card from a graveyard. If it was a permanent card, put a +1/+1 on Line Sash. And it's also an equipment that you can reconfigure onto a creature. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each +1/+1 counter on Mind Sash.
Perfect.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Perfect. So it's like a little, what's it called? Scavenging ooze.
Yes.
Kind of, yeah. So it's a good card in general. Helm of the Gods.
Helm of the G. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each enchantment you control, and it equips for 1, casts for 1. That's a good one.
It's cheap. I would still cut this one. Again, because we're making cuts. Because again, let's get off the enchantment sub-theme. Let's go all in on the artifact sub-theme. Because our backup win conditions are all based on our artifacts and not our enchantments.
Ooh.
So I think maybe this one, while being cool, might be something that we could cut just for simplicity's sake. Eldrazi Conscription.
Speaking of enchantments, eh?
Yeah.
Jesus, creepers. 8-drop. Enchanted creature. Has +10/+10. That's the smallest of rings.
Yes.
That's Emrakul wearing a ring on her most giantest tentacle.
Mm-hmm.
Don't Google that. And Annihilator, 2.
Because why not?
And Trample.
Sure. Of course, why not? Daybreak Coronet.
Hey, I like this one. This was a modern playable back in the day. Remember that?
Yeah.
Wow. Or maybe extended. Anyways, enchanted creature. You can only enchant this on a creature that's already enchanted.
Yes.
Right? So it's white. You can only enchant it on something that's already enchanted. Okay. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3, first strike, vigilance, and lifelink.
Let me tell you why I'm going to cut this card.
Oh.
Because I'm getting off the Enchantress bandwagon, and it requires me to have another enchantment already,
Yep.
and it costs like $10.
Oh, yeah.
So budgetary reasons also.
Okay.
Last card I would cut. These are the 4 cuts that I'm recommending. Blade of the Oni.
Blade of the Oni. Ah, wow. Okay. 3/1 Reconfigurer.
Yep.
For 2, but you can reconfigure, that is to equip it, for black 2. It's got Menace, Equipment Demon. Equipped creature has base power and toughness 5/5, has Menace, and is a black demon in addition to its colors and types.
So if you looked at our animator section, the odds are our Soul Ring's already a 5/5, and if it's not a 5/5, it's a 4/4. And is it really worth it to spend 6 mana, 3 hard pips, to give +1/+1 to a creature, or just turn it into a black demon?
This one's got to go.
Yep, I would cut this one right now.
I would cut the Thopter Spy Network, Ward of the Spine one that makes zombies.
Wand of Orcus?
Yeah. Hallowed Haunting and Blade of the Oni, and keep all the enchantments. That's what I'd do.
All right.
Okay.
Auramancer's Guys.
Auramancer's Guys, +2/+2 for each aura attached to it, and has Vigilante.
Last card in the deck.
Oh, baby.
All that glitters.
Oh, this is a gooder. Enchanted creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact and enchantment you control.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And just for the record, we are playing Vault of Whispers, Seed of Synod, Ancient Den, and Darksteel Citadel, all artifact lands to match with our... Oh, I'm going to assume who artifacts.
Several of them.
29 of them. So we got lots. Now, real quick, we're not going to do a spice calculator for this because it's got 87 tutors and Urza's brand new, and that kind of fudges with the calculations.
Yeah, the fact that we're using a Sol Ring to beat the shit out of people, I think gives it
honorary spice.
It minimally passes the 50 test.
Yeah.
I would play, and it's a meme deck that even Brando would play. And you guys
this
know how I
deck's
feel
gonna
about meme
beat.
decks.
Yeah. Let's go to strengths and weaknesses real quick here, because this is a meme deck. Strength
Yes.
can actually beat if you don't want to meme.
Yes.
That's a strength. Powerful AF commander.
Yeah.
Urza's no joke. You will always be able to cast him for 3 mana. And he's going to make you a construct every turn.
Yep. And those things on their own can take down games.
Backup win conditions galore. Strength.
I was playing a not artifact deck in any way, and I used a clone to clone my opponent's Urza.
Oh.
And he held off my opponent, who was Urza-ing super hard, all by himself.
Yep.
So it was amazing.
I seen that game.
Yeah.
Yep.
I won that game.
Really?
Sure did.
Oh, because you were playing Animar.
Because I was playing Animar.
Animar clones. That'll be a deck we do one day. Okay, this strength. This deck can be built on the budget.
Absolutely.
We're going to talk about that in a second.
Yep.
And I'll put the stamp on it, instant CCO classic, because I want to clobber somebody with a SWOL Ring.
Yes, that there is something to be said for taking the most powerful card in our format and literally making it the most powerful thing in play. There's something to be said for that, and that's awesome.
You know what? I love the irony of taking the most powerful card in the format. Why? Because it makes you more mana earlier and faster for cheaper.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh. What we're going to do is make it a creature and not add mana to our mana pool with it in any way whatsoever. And we're just going to hit you in the head with it until you stop moving. Weaknesses.
You are trying to kill people with a 1-drop artifact that people are already gunning for.
Yes.
So that's
a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe it's gimmicky or memey, right? Yeah. Some people don't like that.
Some people if you lean too hard into the meme, you might kind of miss opportunities for you to just like have this fairly stout deck, just do fairly stout deck stuff.
Yes.
Because you're trying so hard to make the SWOL Ring plan work.
Yes. Some people don't enjoy that type of build restriction or play style restriction where I could have the win because I got 6 constructs, but I need to kill you with SWOL Ring. Yeah. And I just don't have it in me to kill you with SWOL Ring because I don't have any enchantments in my hand or whatever, right? So, Hidden Commander Syndrome.
Yep.
If you can't find the SWOL Ring or you can't tutor for it and you can't win because you don't really have any way to do anything, that could be a thing.
Yeah.
And hidden commanders are a thing that some people like, some people don't like.
Yep. I think that Jack in the Box commander thing started here. I'm taking credit for it.
Hey,
I think we did it.
Take it. And this isn't really a thing because I don't think that people pack as much artifact removal as people assume they do. But artifacts en masse can be weak to removal.
Oh, yeah.
And this deck being a creature artifact deck, maybe you're weaker actually to like Wrath or Sweeper effects, more so than you are to Meltdowns and
Vandal Blasts?
Vandal Blasts, yeah. I don't think Vandal Blast is as powerful as everybody thinks it is because people don't run it as often as people think they do.
Against this deck, it would be real strong.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, like
very much. But I don't have Vandal Blast in every red deck I have.
I don't either because I don't want to play. One, I don't own 8 Vandal Blasts. That's a real thing. But, you know.
Yeah. Tutors in the deck, strength or weakness, it could be either way. If this wasn't a meme gimmick hidden commander in air quotes deck, having this many tutors would make the deck very samey feeling, almost combo feeling. And some people don't like that, but I'm going to call it a strength because we're playing 3 colors. We have 9 tutors and lots of card draw. We're going to be just fine.
Yeah.
And to that end, we've got a $403 deck here, but we can get it down to $269. And a lot of the cards can be had in the Urza Precon. Lots of the $1 and $2 cards in this deck you can get if you just have the Precon.
Yeah.
But check this out. Foils, full art planeswalkers and the pimp stuff that I'm assuming is Callum's like real cards in his real collection.
Right.
If you compare the actual cost of those to just their regular counterparts, I did the math.
Yeah.
You can save $70 right there, not playing like the foil full art Tezzerets and stuff.
Yeah, we got the Tezzerets that we're playing. There's the buy a box foil, and then the other 2 are like the super duper edition that they came with a couple of years ago with Ravnica.
Yeah.
So those are pretty pricey.
$60 and $50 or 60 and whatever. If you compare them to the regular,
they're like 5 and 6.
Yeah, you can save $70 there. There is a demonic tutor, and I always lock onto that card because it does have some baggage, stigma that comes with it, and it's $43.
Yeah.
So that's an easy cut, I think. And the Hammer of Nazan, for how powerful it is the most expensive equipment we're playing.
Yeah.
If you did want to cut the Helm of the Host instead of the Hammer of Nazan, you could get this deck for about the same price because Hammer's 21 and Helm of the Host is like 15 or 17. It's a comparable cut for a comparable amount of mana for a comparable type of power level of effect.
I'm surprised that Helm of the Host didn't go down a little bit more in the current as we are recording these times because it's in the set that everybody's drafting and playing right now. I'm surprised the price of that card didn't come down more.
It's only available in like alternate art or like schematic, isn't it? In collector and
It's in
collector packs?
I think you can open it anywhere.
I don't think you can open in draft packs.
You can't get another reason why draft packs are the shits.
Yeah.
Dang.
So anyways, a few cuts or substitutions, you can get this deck down to $269.
Nice.
Yes.
Nice.
So,
now, here's what else is nice.
Sure.
Our business, Daddy's FusionGamingOnline.com, where you can use special promo code CCO Spring for the next couple of weeks to save yourself 5% off all the shit that you're going to buy anyway.
Yep.
You can also use special promo code CCO Perks to get 10% kickback when you spend more than $100 Canadian.
Yep.
And then use that to save 5% on your next run of stuff.
Yes.
Wonderful for the Christmas gift giver in you.
So is CCO Podcast coupon code at geekwood.ca. Affiliate links are anywhere that you find the show. Click on it. Use the promo code at checkout.
Fantastic holiday gifts for the geek in your life.
And get that geek in you. Ooh.
No, hey, yo. No kink shaming in the nation. Go forth, ye nationalites, and multiply.
Yes.
Yes. In any case, thank you very much for Callum for sending in the deck. We did have a good time with it. We're going a little bit over time. Sorry, Joe. We do love and appreciate everything you do. Thank you guys all so much for being here, and we are going to be back next week with another super exciting episode of Commander Cookout Podcast. Hit our theme song!